do you think that Asake would actually thrive and do amazing being on his own right now without the influence of the YBNO group?
Yes, Asake will thrive if he doesn't try to make it look like he's so desperate to position himself for the international market. Let him not forget the home front.
Do you think that Fido is prideful?
Fido is actually taking the wrong route.
So if there's one artist with the most controversial yet interesting career, it has to be Asake, Mr. Money with a Vibe, from the stables of Omokbe to actually joining the YBNO franchise and say, you know what, I'm a big boy now, I'm gonna just do stuff by myself. And he started his own Giron Republic movement and has officially left the YBNO group. And right now, Asake is actually like beam. And this is one person that we really love. The street is still feeding off the Asake energy from the days of Mr. Money with a Vibe to even the Lungu Boy project, and now teasing a new album. Guys, welcome to Gusto's What's Happening. And of course, we just bring you, the latest in whatever it is that is happening in the world of Afrobeat, from gist to bands to rants to gossip to basketballs, just literally everything. And I have my partner in crime with me right here. And Sugar, what's up?
How you doing? I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm doing great.
We're not spotlighting the many people of Afrobeat, if I have to put it this way, but we're looking at one person, Asake, Mr. Money with the Vibe. But let's just get straight into it, right? Sugar, do you think that Asake, as an individual, has actually succeeded in manning his post? By that I mean, from moving away from the YBNO group to being on his own, start the Giron Republic movement. Do you think, from your heart of hearts, that Asake is killing it on his own?
For music, we cannot exactly say yes, he's manning his post already. No, we cannot, because his last single was evident. We had a lot of people saying, oh, this is not Asake that we used to know, this is not the Asake that would have been if it was still under YBNL. But if we're talking about outside music, that's his career when it comes to brand ambassadorial deals, we're talking being in Paris, been in the Paris Fashion Week for Casablanca, which was actually a very good one. I mean, since the beginning of the year, I don't think I've seen any video or picture of Asake looking that good and happy. I mean, there's just this horror that you see, that this person is genuinely happy. It's not giving, oh, is he happy? Is he not happy? It's so evident that this man is happy. So when it comes to music, I do not think he's manning that post yet. But anything outside music, probably personal life or just doing his thing, I think he's actually doing great. Better than how the year started for him. So yeah.
Okay, so Sugar, you think that personally in his life, the branding, the showing up at events,
the branding,
especially like showing up at the Paris Fashion Week, Casablanca, he's been doing that with Off-White, he's been hanging around a lot of interesting people. I mean, like getting into shape for the foreign market. You mean? Because right now a lot of people are talking and the conversation has always been that Asake, don't forget about the home front. Nigeria is and will always be like a base for him.
Definitely.
Like this is where he started his career, from the days of Omokbe to being discovered by Bado himself, signing in to the YBNL franchise, and from there his career took off, dropped a trifecta, 3 amazing projects. The last one being the Lungu Boy project, which a lot of people had a lot of conversations about, like, oh, okay, this project, like I say, this project not too end time. Like I say, one day delve into the foreign market. Lord Miller was on that project.
We had
Travis Scott on that project. So it seemed like it was catering for the American, space. It was catering for the South American space, with Lord Miller being on that project, evidently. So now, would you say for a fact that Asake has actually dumped his home front and actually just Americanized, or just really like, for lack of a better way to say it, just dished us to actually go completely foreign?
I would say currently Asake is positioning himself for the international market more than he is for the home front. So I won't say he's dumping the home front already, but I feel like he's in the line of dumping the home front. I think I saw a video of him about 2 days ago. No, it was last week here, in an interview with People's Gallery, like a street interview. And this guy asked, introduce yourself. And Asake went, my name is Asake.
Oh my goodness. Yo, like,
hey, how you doing today?
Good, brother.
Oh, okay. What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Asake. I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria's in the house. Stop playing with him. Niger boy.
Like,
What's going on?
I saw that and I'm like, Asake, open your mouth. Soro soke.
What's Asake? I'm like,
oh my goodness. Yeah,
I'm like, Asake. I'm like, what's that, Mr. Man? What's that? Your name is Asake. Say it the way it's supposed to be. And I saw comments like, oh, he's been there for a while.
God,
where is he? Why? He has lived most of his life in Nigeria.
Lagos
to be precise.
Ibadan.
So what's all this Asake, like the accent? People did not really know. I don't think people knew what Asake sounded like when he speaks until the interview at the Grammys.
Yeah.
That red carpet interview showed a lot. People were like, is it interesting and funny reaction? Like, maybe this man should just stop talking. What's with this accent? No, Asake, this is not you. But if we're going to, come back to the question, I feel like he's not completely dumping yet, but I feel like he's in the line. He's currently positioning himself for the international market, I would say. Now,
speaking about positioning himself for global recognition and actually delving into the foreign space, right? I feel like my opinion that Asake has been there on that, right? I mean, he sold out the O2 Arena, the Barclays Center in New York, the Madison Square Center in New York. And I feel like that's like an introduction to the foreign market.
Yeah,
I mean, in those events, like, you see a lot of people thumping and jumping and actually like, I didn't even know that a lot of people knew Asake that much that actually could relate and vibe to his music. So when you look at all of that, do you think that he has actually done the groundwork and now he just wants to actually thrive off that by firstly leaving the YBNO group, starting his own Giron Republic movement, and saying like, I'm a big boy right now. I know it's gonna be tough, I know it's gonna be hard, but I think I already have done the groundwork. First with the Lungu Boy tour, world tour, that was actually amazing with superb performances. So do you now don't think that he's already like positioned himself for global recognition and right now he's just trying to feed off that energy?
Okay, so let me take it from doing the groundwork. I would have considered it a groundwork if he did it on his own first, but he didn't do it on his own first.
You have to have a team though.
Exactly. Now, having a team is different from being under a label to achieve something.
Okay, cool.
Do you understand? That's why now if you talk about most of this achievement, now unconsciously I'm linking it to YBNL.
Fair enough.
Do you understand?
Fair enough.
So he has done groundworks here, but not alone. Now, if he's now trying to thrive off that, those achievements, it might come off really hard because you didn't do it on your own then.
But I mean, he's the person, he's the artist, he's the one with the energy, he's the one with the artistry, he's the one with the songs.
But the artist is nobody without the team, the management, and the background works that goes into it.
The team will not come together without the artist. They found him, man. Like he has done on Mokbe before, was striving. He was actually bumping in the streets, and then he was found. So I feel, I don't know. I just feel
I definitely respect your opinion, but I still think they need each other. But I think that the artist needs the management more.
So do you now think that he's not thriving off and doing well, being by himself for the Giron Republic movement, that he's flagged off and everything around him is looking so flashy and so really organized with the whole I mean, look at him with Eva though.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah,
they look good together.
They look really good together. Like, very good
I saw
together.
them, I mean, in their Balenciaga. I saw them like really like dripping.
Asake has actually refined that brand. Now he said it is balancing my Siaga. It's no
balancing in my Siaga, right?
So it's not like Balenciaga, but they really look good together.
So let's just go back to it and wrap that up, right? Do you think that Asake would actually thrive and do amazing being on his own right now without the influence of the YBNO group?
Yes, Asake will thrive if he doesn't try to make it look like he's so desperate to position himself for that international market. Let him not forget the home front. As long as you want to position yourself, or as long as he wants to position himself for that international market, he shouldn't start looking desperate or making it so obvious. I mean, from the moment where he did that interview and he's already pronouncing his name like he's supposed to. Asake, from that moment it's already looking like it's already giving desperado, like I want to be in New York's faces. So but no, it shouldn't do it like that. It will thrive, but Yoruba people will say that odo to bag ori sun e o ma gbe. It might not be
what
now.
What does that mean though?
is saying that a river that forgets its source will definitely dry up.
Oh, cool stuff.
So no matter how much that water wants to be, when it forgets its source, one day it will dry up. So yes, Asake will definitely thrive. This is definitely the formative years for him.
Right.
So yes, it will be hard, but it will be harder if
if
he forgets his home. And now that toughness will not come now. It will be later. So let's say he gets successful in positioning himself as an international artist and all of that. When it is time for him to actually do something that will need home, he will feel it, because you've forgotten the home that is now supposed to back you up at that point.
So guys, Sugar thinks that Asake will thrive being on his own with the whole Guinea Republic movement that he started, and it looks like it's all coming together right now with his amazing team, quote unquote, with him right now, making him pronounce his name a certain way. I don't know if that's
maybe that's the way Alexa pronounces it.
Alexa, I see what you're doing, taking him to American schools and all that stuff, man. Let's not get into that. But guys, what do you think? Do you think that Asake will thrive off, without the YBNL influence, and right now with everything that you're seeing around him, with Why Love not actually like banging, and of course we know that he's in the studio making an album, allegedly, reportedly, right? And of course he's teased a new song recently, and it's looking like it's catching the vibe already. Let us know what you think. If you think that Asake would thrive being on his own, or you think that he needs to actually chill and not forget his home front, because that's where he started off. Put your thoughts in the comment box, and we'll be right there to reply every one of it. There's a popular phrase, right? They say pride goeth before a fall.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's also in the holy books, right? Do you think that Fido is prideful? Remember the Instagram rants and bants, going to story to actually shade marketers and say, no, what, I did it by myself. It's all by the help of God. Glory to Yahweh. But do you think that that's not disrespectful to the people who have worked tirelessly to see that his craft and his art is being recognized?
Yeah, so for that, I would say that Fido is actually taking the wrong route, in my opinion. How can you come out to say nobody discovered you, it's been God? Let's not even
what God cannot do does not exist, though.
Yeah, but God uses humans. Did God come down? Did you see God face to face? God came down and put it and say, Fido, this is you. Oh yeah, let me put you outside. That's not even, because if you go too deep now, it's not that looking like. But if you're going to go the philosophical way, is it God that took screenshot of your song on Spotify and posted it, or is humans that God will definitely use? So I feel like coming out to even make that statement, nobody discovered me, it is God, is so disrespectful. Me for one, that like can get angry. If Nami really help you from beginning, Nami God use, I don't say Nami God use from beginning like that, and I say that kind of post now there the help go end.
But I think he made interesting points, in trying to actually defend himself by saying there were a lot of things that he probably doesn't want to even really like bring into the light. In terms of no transparency. We've seen all these things happen before. We've seen it happen with Dapper. We've seen this thing happen with Shea Vibe. We've seen this thing happen repeatedly with Charlie Poppy, Moise. So I mean, this is not the first time. We've seen this a lot of times, even with Kiss Daniel and G Worldwide. So the artist label relationship, we don't see all these things happen before. Do you think that, I mean, is this going to be like casting a spell on emerging artists and taking that food off their mouth? But I mean, like, a lot of people now would not see emerging artists as humble. Like if they're blown out, they will come to talk all this kind of thing if they talk. Don't you think this is setting the wrong precedent for big labels who really want to help emerging artists thrive?
Honestly, it is, if I'm going to be very honest, because if they're going to start judging by what he did, a lot of labels, even investors at this point, will be scared to help emerging artists, right? Because it will now look like they can just wake up one day. This is not to say that people who are investing in your craft cannot try to take advantage of you, but even if you're going to come out to say something like that, I mean, he could have even used the emotional appeal, go through the emotional appeal route. If he came on Instagram live and started crying, do you understand?
Portable?
No, portable tears can never be believed. I can't believe
he only cries in the church.
I can't believe that guy's tears. So if I'm going to be very honest, if Fido came out on Instagram live and he was crying, this is not to say that he should come and show that he's weak or no. There are ways to go about things. That same statement saying that, oh, nobody discovered me, if he was saying it on live and he was crying, people go see one reason say, the thing they pay now why you talk do you understand? But you just came on your ex account outrightly, no. People would now be scared to actually invest in emerging artists. We have a lot of emerging artists now that now TikTok self just they push their song. They never really see people who want to invest in their craft. You get? So what would happen to these emerging artists now?
So one word, how does Fido clean up this mess? If you were Fido, what would you do?
Hey, you have to come back. There's something Yoruba people used to say that enuti Yoruba fi borisha. No that's the mouth you use to insult or call out these people that have helped you. It's the same mouth you now use to come out and say, okay, I apologize for this thing that I said. I should have done it this way, done it that way. But that is not to say that you people too did not have your own in your body, or that you did not do. Because looking at all of this now, people would actually take the attention away from what they did to him to what he came out to say. Imagine carrying all marketers together. They're now coming back to say, oh, this was what I meant.
Who are actually an important part of your success as now.
Yeah, to think that he has a new collaboration with Empire.
Okay.
Now they're gonna look and say, okay, blessing, we go put them on probation.
Anyways, I mean, guys, let us know what your thoughts are. If you were Fido, what would you do? Do you think that Fido was well within his right to actually come out to rant like that, or you think that there's something else that's deeper than the surface? If you were Fido, how would you clean up this mess? Let us know your thoughts in the comment box, because Fido has actually teased a new song dropping soon. He said, "Now God, they run and of course, when I heard the snippet, or we heard the snippet, it sounded like fire though. It was giving us that Wandeko-esque and Kiss Daniel, like
it was really
they had
nice.
like different types of people on that record. Fido's an amazing artist, phenomenal artist, but right now he's not actually having it really easy. But guys, let us know what your thoughts are. Do you think that this guy is actually just overshooting himself and making himself feel like the best thing after bread and beans? Let us know what your thoughts are. Put them in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here on What's Happening on Godstone TV Africa. And I'm always with the most amazing delectable sugar, and I hope that you guys have actually been informed and entertained. Put your comments and all your thoughts, your suggestions in the comment box, and we'll be right back. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.